everyone.
Hello.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, Kristen.
How you doing?
I am good. I'm happy to be here. Like we always say, this is our Friday Eve.
Oh, it's so nice. It's so nice. What's funny is I know we're a little late, potentially people watching, like James. Hi, James.
Hi,
Thanks
James.
for the emoji. We were just sitting here chatting. Do you love how I was like, hey, how are you? As if I didn't know, as if we weren't just talking.
How have you been? How was your day?
Yeah. What'd you do today? Oh, Hayden's here. What's up, awesome people?
Hayden.
Hello, Hayden. Good to see you. So, Mary and I also were just talking about how we haven't read much.
It's true. We will always come here with the truth.
That's right. That's what we
You
do.
know, I can't wait for the week that we both come on here and we're like, all right, truth be told, I read nothing.
Um, it's going to happen at some point.
And then we just look at each other like,
Yeah, then we just stare the whole time. Joe's here. Hi,
Buzz
Joe.
buzz.
Hi, Stephanie. I just mentioned you, Stephanie, before we came on.
Yes, we were talking about you. I mean, your girl Kristen here. I don't know. Just kidding. All good things. All good things.
Of course, of course. What's up, YouTube peeps? Hi, Mike.
Hey,
Good to see
Mike.
you.
I bet you
Mike,
Mike read more than we did this
I
week.
was just going to say, Mike, what have you been reading? Because I feel like you read stuff and you always read more than us, which I
Well,
love.
well, that's the thing. Like we come on here, like we're always yapping about what we read. What we read. Well, that was hard. What?
It's almost Friday. I get it.
Whew. So, we want to hear what you guys are reading too.
Yeah, please, everybody in the chat, let us know what you're
Yeah.
reading. Maybe you'll inspire us to pick something up. That'd be great.
That would be amazing, actually, because
Because we don't have books that we haven't read.
well, that's the thing too. Like as I was like pulling books, for the pile of possibilities, I'm like, yeah, I want to read this. Obviously, some stuff I have from the library. Most of it actually for this upcoming week is from the library. But I'm like, I feel like I want to read stuff that I already have here. It's a whole thing. I know you
Yeah,
know.
I totally get it. I just
Yeah.
brought some library books back, and then I was like, should I get more? And then I was like, but what about all these I own that I haven't touched? It's hard. Um, Hayden says, I mean, not reading much is fine since I had to take a book break after my soul was shadowed by the
Oh,
Revenge of the Sith novelization. Oh, that's too bad.
I'm sorry, Hayden.
Joe Red World's Finest and some DC single issues. I know I saw you did a show about it. Did you?
Yes, with
You enjoyed
Maddie.
it, yeah, Joe? I didn't get to see the whole thing, so.
Same. I watched. I caught. I think more so like the tail end of it.
Stephanie's not reading, but is
All
rewatching
right.
Schitt's Creek.
Stephanie, don't bring that show up. She's going to start on me. Here it is.
It's right here.
And this is from like Mama Cat
Yeah.
Slayer. I mean, I called you the Cat Slayer. Oh,
Oh,
no.
oh no, that's not okay.
The
I get the
horrible.
confusion, but also yikes.
Okay. The Uno game contribution from Mama Comic
Yes,
Slayer.
that's right.
But I told you I will play that at Heroes Con.
I'm totally gonna bring it. I'll be so sad if I forget it. And then I need a picture of you with it. It'll be great.
I'll hold up the cards
some
because I imagine they
Yes.
have like all pictures on the backs and stuff.
Yes, 100%. That's very exciting.
I'll do it. I think we're going to be taking more pictures than we normally would for the
Yeah.
sake of, it's our first time meeting in person, which
Yeah.
is crazy.
It's crazy. We're just gonna have to we'll get good angles. It'll be great, right?
Yes.
I need a good angle.
Yes.
I don't mean to be that girl, but
we gotta look good,
Right. Joe loved it. That's good to hear. You liked it
Nice.
too, Maria.
I liked it. I didn't love it. I did love the art. But
Dan Mora.
I don't know if I'm someone that can really speak upon like superhero books. Like
You can.
I can. I know I can. Thank you. Thanks for making me feel heard. I appreciate it.
You're still reading that Swamp Thing omnibus, right?
Oh, okay. First Schitt's Creek. Now you're bringing up Swamp Thing. You want to bring up that essay book I'm reading too?
Oh yeah, and Patchett, right?
And that book that I'm reading by the director who worked with Anthony Bourdain. You want to bring that up too?
Right. How's that going?
Oh, it's great.
Good. Good to hear it.
Thank you. But you know what I mean. I wouldn't say that because I don't read a ton of it. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, "Oh, it was just okay," and then try to act like, it's something I know a ton about. But I did enjoy it. I liked it. I read it on Hoopla. Loved the art. Yeah, I'm curious.
Oh,
I
hey,
think
that's cool.
when you eventually read it, which I think like maybe you will through Hoopla or something, I'm curious to hear what you say.
Oh, I'm sure I'll have thoughts.
But here's the thing. I mean, I finished it. Like,
Yeah.
I am quick to DNF, any book if I'm not into it. So that has to be something.
Absolutely.
Right?
That's good.
Yeah.
Mike read a few manga volumes this week, currently reading, Blue Box Volume 2. Okay, cool. I've heard good things about that.
Awesome.
Rick Ray is reading Cross Game. Rick, I got to I'm looking at my Cross Game on the shelf. I got to volume 6 of 8, I believe, or 5, one of the two. And I got distracted at some point. This was like 2 years ago. I need to go back to it because I really did enjoy it. It's a baseball manga.
Look at you, Sporty Spice over there.
Yeah, that's right. Mel B. No, I'm sorry, Mel C. Hayden, I didn't mean to. It's Mel C. I apologize.
Well, that's not worse than me calling you the Cat Slayer. It's hard. How did
It was a lot.
I apologize.
It was hard. It was hard. I understand how it happened, but it was hard.
Yeah.
Max Allan Collins Mystery. I'm not familiar with that. I'm going to have to look that up, Rick. And Tombs, which I recently ordered.
Nice.
Still a 5-star good read. Well, good, Hayden. Glad to hear that. Oh, good evening, Mary. I wanted to apologize for last week. Happy belated birthday.
Oh.
I somehow missed the mention Reed wrote on last week's thumbnbook.
Thank you,
anyway,
Michael.
I hope you both had thank you, Michael. That's very sweet.
Yeah, no apologies needed. It's still April. It all counts. But thank you. That's very kind.
I did have a fun after weekend. Earlier this week, I went to see Welcome to Night Vale live.
Nice.
Super fun. And Mal Blum opened for the podcast who I adore, and I got to meet them, and I'm very happy about that. So I had a good time.
Little insight. Whenever Kristen gets to meet, a band, an artist, this or that, and she tells you like, "Oh, I got to meet so and so. It was so cool. They were so nice." You have to, like, if you want to see a picture, she won't offer up that she took a picture. So I've learned, I'm like, did you take a picture? If you did, I'm going to ask if I can see it. And then you get the picture.
Yeah.
She took a very nice photo. So, and I got to see it.
I'm glad you liked it. I just, I don't love photos of myself, but I kind of liked it. I felt I was borderline. I was like, Mal looks great, but
you both are like, I told you both are smiling big. You look so happy. It's a very cute photo.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Maybe one day I'll post it on the internet. We'll see. And most importantly, they're teaming up to help get my book signed. Okay, that's a late mention from my dad.
Larry, I got you. We're gonna try.
Yeah.
I mean, with the two of us, it's gotta. I don't know. I feel like it'll be better.
I gotta tell you, it's gonna be so much better than last year. Like, truly. I mean, shout out. I don't know that Steven will ever watch this, but shout out to Steven. Last year, he did go around and kind of help me with some of my dad's stuff while he was there. But it's going to be just a whole different game.
Yeah. With
you and I, Mary. And I say that because, I mean, Steven and I had a great time talking, but you and I are going to talk about these dudes. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're going to especially if anything annoying happens, we're going to talk about it like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I hope not. I hope nothing annoying happens. But if I walk by a certain someone's table, I'm going to talk about them. That's all.
For sure. And listen.
And we will. It will happen.
If any of these comic creators get wise with me.
No, we're going to. We should just become the people who actually say something.
Or worse.
If
I see somebody get smart with you, that's a whole nother level. Like for myself, I just take it more, but when it's somebody, you know what I'm saying? If it's somebody else that I care about and I see them being mistreated, even a chance of being mistreated, I don't like that at all.
I feel like I'm going to have the same situation.
Everyone's probably like, what's wrong with you two? What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, listen, it's been documented on the internet that my last Heroes Con, I had a situation with someone.
Yeah.
And they were not nice to me. And I'm still salty about it because it was not okay.
I don't blame you.
So, you know,
Yeah.
I'll appreciate the support.
Yeah.
Kind of related, since it's based on a musical that's based on an adult novel that's based on a kid's
Whoa.
book. My brain hurts, but I've been thriving on these new leaks of the Wicked movie.
Oh.
That's fun. I'm happy for you, Hayden.
I've seen, we're talking like, excuse my ignorance, but we're talking about Wicked, like Wicked on Broadway, right? Is that what we're talking about? Or something else? Do we know?
Yeah, yeah. I believe there's going to be a Wicked movie
Okay.
from the Wicked on Broadway. Yeah.
Nice. That's, I would say that's my favorite Broadway show that I've seen.
I would like to see it.
It's,
But
I mean, the first time I saw it, it was with the original cast, and I was like, I mean, I'm a known crier. It was so good. I was crying at moments I probably shouldn't have been crying in, because I was just so moved by it. It was great. It was really great.
That's good to hear. Mike, I got to tell you, I didn't even realize Sweet Tooth season 2 is out.
I didn't either, and I didn't watch the first season.
And I did, and I loved it. So
Yeah.
thanks for that, Mike. I don't know how that got by me,
Nice.
but thank you. Yeah, I certainly plan to watch that. I'm actually watching You season 4.
I was going to ask how far along you are.
I
know you don't probably want to ruin anything.
You know what? I can say this.
Okay. Which,
I've
by
gotten-
the way, I don't mean to interrupt you, but you asked Maddie on a show recently,
Mhm.
and she like referenced something, and I was like, I got so nervous because I didn't know what she was going to say.
Mm,
Not that
mhm.
what she said is a spoiler, but I was, I don't know, made me nervous.
Even what she said, I'm kind of like, I think I got there, but I wouldn't have said it the way she did. So I'm kind of
Okay.
confused by it
Okay.
because I got to the fire.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, but I'm not going to show any emotion or say
Okay.
anything.
Okay. So I got to the reveal and the fire.
Okay.
Okay. So that's where I'm at. Also, there's, I think I can say this. There's someone who's suspicious of what's going on
Okay.
in the school.
Okay.
And I like that plot point.
Yes.
Like, I'm like, yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I have it now, and
Okay.
I agree.
Okay. I'm like, I like this little, yeah.
The reveal, I was like, oh no. How about you?
It all adds up and makes sense.
Okay. Listen,
But I wasn't blown away by it either.
right.
You know?
Yeah. And like I've said this, I said this to you about this season. I'll watch anything that comes out for that show because I just love Joe so much. But I do find this season a little extra.
Yeah, it's been a lot.
Yeah.
It's been a lot, but I gotta say, how do they keep topping it, you know?
That's a good point.
Like, what else are they going to do? And to the point where, I mean, apparently the next season's the last season. So it's like, okay, we're going to have an ending. But
yeah.
I'm also curious, did the books go this long? Because I know there were several.
Oh, yeah. And aren't they still coming out or no?
Are they still coming out?
Am
I'm
I
not
making that up?
Someone in the chat's going to be like, hey, you guys don't know what's happening.
I feel like Hayden's
This is
going to
fine.
set us straight.
Yeah, Hayden, you know? That's funny. Rick's only on volume 3 of Cross Game, enjoying it so far. I don't even like baseball in the slightest. The same. So
yeah, Kristen always says she's not a sports fan, but she loves sports manga.
Sports manga's so good.
Yeah.
They'll be blasphemy. Love that. Everyone hit that like button. They won't hit themselves. Thanks, Dad.
Larry's always looking out.
Oh, did you eat something better than an egg for your birthday?
I did. Would you like to know? I'll
Yes.
tell you. I started with a spinach strawberry salad with very nice vinaigrette.
So healthy.
As my beverage, I had a peach Riesling mule, which was delicious.
I mean, is that an alcoholic beverage?
It is,
Okay.
but
I was like, I don't know what it means, so it has to be.
But if I handed it over to you, and because I know you're not a drinker, you would be like, Mary, this drink is delicious.
I love peaches.
Yeah, I mean,
do.
it was, and it's so, it's in that nice Moscow Mule that like copper mug. You've seen those, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But it keeps it like really cold. It was delicious.
Nice.
Then for dinner, I had grilled rainbow trout with asparagus and those fun little roasted potatoes.
Oh, nice. Oh, those are the best, right? The best.
Delicious. And then for dessert, I had a cannoli, like a raspberry cannoli, but it comes like in a little like shooter cup. It's like a small little cup. It's like the perfect amount of dessert. It was so good. Delicious. So
that sounds amazing.
thank
Way
you.
better than an egg.
Way better. Well, you guys never had any of my omelets, so
Well, that's true. Every time you send me a picture, I'm like, this looks amazing.
thank you. I do okay.
Yeah, you're killing it.
I love your support.
Yeah. Batmanda's here. Hello.
Batmanda's here.
That saltiness wasn't from one of my guys, right? No, it was from one of my guys. Although I've had weird moments with your guys, Dad.
I'm sorry, Larry. I was thinking that was one of your guys, but you're right. It's actually Kristen.
That's one of mine, unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Did you see Adina?
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yes, and why am I drawing a blank? Chenoweth.
Yeah, Kristen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kristen.
Yeah.
So that, I mean, it was amazing. I can't carry on enough about how amazing it was.
I can't imagine.
Yeah. Right? It is.
That's wicked.
The story, the writing, the songs, the stage, like, amazing. When you and Reed, I'm not going to say if, when you and Reed come to visit, let's go see Wicked together.
1,000% would love that. Yeah. 1,000%. It's filming right now near London with a pretty awesome cast. Jeff Goldblum and Mike. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Michelle, sorry, not Mike. That's awesome.
At the risk of sounding like some sort of annoying bragger, I saw Wicked as well when we went to London.
You're the coolest, Mary. Look at you.
Oh, look at me seeing all these shows. No, it was amazing, and people are going to ask who was in it, and I sadly can't remember, but it was amazing.
Wait, you're not going to tell me that you've seen the Lin-Manuel Miranda Hamilton, right?
No, because I am such a caring and loving wife. Kim loves Alexander. Our dog is named after Alexander Hamilton. Okay,
I love that.
Kim loves all things history. So she really wanted to go, and she went at a time where not that tickets aren't still crazy expensive. They are. But when she really wanted to go, I was like, Kim, why don't you just go get like an amazing seat, and I'll sit this one out, and like I'll go another time. You know what I mean? So that's what she did, and she got an amazing seat and was just in heaven. Loved the show. So no, I didn't get to see it, but
so she saw the original cast.
I don't think it was the original. I'll have to ask her.
Okay, yeah, please.
I'll report back.
I love Hamilton. Love it.
I'm watch
that person. Yeah.
That's awesome. I did watch it. What was it on? Was it on Disney Plus?
Yeah.
I did watch it with her on there, and sometimes that doesn't translate, but I was like totally in. Of course I cried, as there's a theme here. If I like something, I get emotionally attached. It could be because it's sad, because it's lovely and wonderful. I will cry.
Love that.
Yeah.
It's funny though, like I got so into the soundtrack. I mean, like so many did, I guess.
Yeah.
It's not unique. But I've never been a huge history person. I just haven't. But it's incredible. It's incredible for reasons. Not that nobody doesn't know that watching, but I love it. Love it.
Yeah. No, but I think a lot of people have that reaction, and that's the most amazing thing about that show. So many people that aren't into history were just sucked into it. It's amazing the way he did that. Yeah.
He's incredible.
Yeah.
My dad's saying I sent you the link to Sweet Tooth trailer like 2 weeks ago, and you ignored some of my texts. I don't ignore some of your texts. You send them to me while I'm at work. I did see the trailer. I just didn't know when it came out, event like the actual date.
And Kristen, you are a very busy professional working woman. I mean,
Thank you.
It's what I needed to say that.
I didn't take a lunch break today. Okay. Working hard.
Which, I get very upset about this. I feel like since I met you, even at your other job, I was always concerned that you weren't getting proper lunches.
And I wasn't allowed a lunch at my last job, but It should. I was just so busy today. I couldn't.
I know.
I ate a granola bar at my desk.
I get hangry and
Mm.
it's like I turn into the Incredible Hulk. Like,
Well,
yeah,
Reed was a sweet, sweet guy.
yeah.
And when I got in my car this morning, he'd left a coffee and some Starbucks egg bites. So
He's the best.
he's the best. The
Yeah.
best. So that made my day. But see, I know nothing about Sweet Tooth or its adaptations, nor their respective longevity. Hayden, please watch it at least. I mean, read it too, but like you should watch it.
Really, you recommend him that it's okay for him just to watch it and not read it?
I feel like if you're not at all interested in like picking up the book or like going to buy the book, if you already have a streaming service where it's on,
Why not, right?
yeah, and they're different enough where I think you're
Yeah.
gonna get like if you watch the show and you're like, I want to read it, you're gonna have a different experience when you read it, you know?
I'm sorry, I know I think I've asked this before, but can I handle watching it? Am I gonna get upset?
I mean, sad
like,
things happen.
Oh no.
Here's the thing: you watch The Walking Dead and you love The Walking Dead, so you can handle this.
I know, but there was a lot of nervousness during The Walking Dead.
I think you should totally try it. You really should. Plus,
know-
you've read it now, right?
Yes.
You absolutely have to watch it then, because
You-
it's different in good ways.
Okay. Like The Walking Dead, I'm gonna bring up Daryl's dog named
Oh.
Dog.
Mm-hmm.
The whole time I'm like, don't let anything happen to Dog.
Sure.
Okay.
Understandable,
Okay.
but I think it's worth the journey.
You're
It
like,
is.
really?
It is. No, you should. Plus, more people need to watch it because I want more seasons. I want them to be able to like actually do the whole thing,
Fair. Okay.
So, Hayden saw Shrek the Musical.
Oh, nice.
That would be fun.
Yeah, that must have been fun. Kimberly Akimbo. All right. I know there's a lot I need to see.
Joe, maybe you guys should go together. You guys should hang out. That'd be great.
It's so funny. I think Joe and I are like destined to be friends because when he did the show with Maddie's the same. Like made some sort of reference, like you two need to hang out.
I know. We're just like you're in this big city near each other. Like
yeah, and then I found out that Joe's, around here with baseball, most people are either a Yankees or Mets fans, and I saw that Joe had a Mets hat on during the show. I'm like, love that you're a Mets fan. Me too.
destined to be friends. Yeah.
Sorry to be Sporty Spice Part 2 here, but Joe, who's your football team?
Ooh.
Because if you say, I don't know if I revealed who my team is, but if you say my team, we're getting like best friend charms.
I'm gonna know.
Yeah.
I remember that. My dad's asking the big question: have you been to SNL?
Once, I have. But that's when I worked I was at another job where I was very fortunate. I had a lot of opportunities like that. So I did go to one SNL. And what's horrible? It was so long ago. I remember the music guest, but I can't remember who the host was. But I bet I could find it. The musical guest was, do you remember Corinne Bailey Rae?
No. I don't think so.
The song was Put Your Records On.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that I had like a music connection at that time. That's how I ended up going. But I can't remember who the guest was.
Oh, you should be able to Google that easy.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar.
I have never. I'm not. But I'm assuming if Batman asks that
we should be.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh yeah.
Joe's saying it. Let's go to Met game.
Love it. Kim and I just went. Was it last month? I'm asking Kristen like she remembers.
I do remember you sending me photos, and I was like, that looks nice.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Definitely, Joe.
Hey, Lethal Lucha. How you doing? Oh, that's not the one.
Ooh, that's not.
He's like, what?
What?
LA.
I'm a Jets fan. I was curious if maybe you were a Jets fan too. Chargers. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to hear that story someday.
I just got Batman and Superman Absolute Ollies for $30. Love a $30 Absolute. Love that.
Lethal, I have to share this with you. I always tell Kristen that when I go to visit my mom lives like an hour and a half away from me. So I pretty much go there every other weekend. But one of the highlights is she has an Ollie's that's like 45 minutes from her, but I don't really have one that's close to me here. Go to my mom's last weekend, sitting out in the front yard. Neighbor across the street comes over to say hey. She breaks the news to me. They're opening an Ollie's in my mom's hometown.
Amazing.
Is my life not the best right now? I mean,
The best.
I can't even tell you the joy. My mom was laughing at me because I'm like, Mom, every time I come to visit now, we can go to Ollie's. And she's like, oh, jeez.
That's awesome. Love that.
But here's the thing, Lethal, I didn't even know they had Absolutes there now. So now I want to run out to one.
I mean, I saw like I think, no, I didn't see. I saw people posting Preacher ones
Wow.
lately, but like a volume 3 or something random.
Yeah. No,
but I hadn't seen that one. That one's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome that you scored those. That, right? It's Batman and Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
It's awesome. Have any of you read volume 1 of Kaya by Wes Craig? It's really good. I haven't.
Kaya. Okay.
I like Wes Craig though.
Nice.
Speaking of music connections, I may have secretly given secret early access to something Spice Girl.
Ooh.
Hayden. Can't be a secret anymore.
Fill in, Kristen.
Tell me what's happening. Please.
She wants to know.
I need to know, please. Is it a tour? What's happening?
Ooh.
I would cry. Okay, it's another Broadway musical. That's cool.
Nice.
The Chargers are playing the Jets this year.
Ah.
I'll look into tickets. You gotta get lucky.
Yeah.
That is Ollie's. That is the Ollie's way, isn't it?
Hey, Joe, it'll be interesting this year, though, because of Aaron Rodgers coming to the Jets. The Jets tickets are like, for once in a very long time, they're going to be a hot commodity, right? We have like a veteran quarterback, Kristen, coming to New York to play on the Jets. Who used to be on.
I've heard of that guy.
You know Aaron Rodgers, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a big deal to some, but I know this isn't sports talk here, but
cool.
I mean it's cool because he's a legend, but he's at the tail end of his career, and I just feel like it's such a Band-Aid for the team. But
gotcha. Hayden did just. I'm like sports.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
I was looking at the screenshot Hayden said, and it's a very exciting Hayden. It looks like there may be a new song coming.
Oh, nice.
Love that.
Meaning new album too?
Oh, I'll cry. I will cry. I mean, will it be as bad as the last one though? Hopefully not. Because forever. I thought you were gonna tell me that your mom's neighbor likes grindcore.
That's very funny.
Please,
like
no.
I'm picturing all my mom's neighbors, and so that statement is very funny because if they did, that would be the best.
Hello, beautiful baby. Hi, Bar. What's up?
Bar. How are you?
Oh, I can only imagine.
Nice.
All right. Well, we might as well start talking books. What do you think?
Oh, I forgot why I was here.
Bar, you just missed a lot of not book talk. That's what you missed.
Yeah, legit. We talked about everything from the New York Jets to what else? The Spice Girls. My mom's hometown is getting an Ollie's.
Yep.
Lethal Lucha found an Absolute for $30 at Ollie's. What else was there, Kristen?
There's some. You mentioned Spice Girls, so we're done. That's it. We weren't talking about any books. That's what we were. We were asking people what they were reading though. Bar, are you reading something? They're supposedly reunited at Glastonbury this year, which is like the British Coachella but more chaotic. I've heard that.
Wow.
That's exciting. Oh, I missed lots of important stuff, and that's right.
Exactly.
A lot of important stuff.
Exactly.
All right. Well, I think I'm going to kick off what I've read since the last show.
Do it.
With something that people may have already seen that I was reading. And I did mention it last show, but I did finish Spellbound, which is a graphic memoir. And what can I say other than I'm upset that they decided to handwrite all of the letters and make it very difficult to read. Oh my gosh, look at you. You're like, when is she gonna notice?
I'm like, hello.
Look in there at that font right now. I swear. Like, I am so excited for you to read this because
Here's the
I want
thing.
to know if we have the same feelings.
I mean, listen, I put a hold on it. Sorry to jump in on your first book that you
Go
tried to
for
talk
it.
about.
No.
But I put a hold on it at the library, and that's why it's in my hand now. But after your thoughts and some conversations we had, I don't even know if I'm going to read it, because after you see my pile of other things, you're going to be like, yeah, you're going to get to those before I go near this. I don't know.
I would be interested in at least you like starting it to see what happens.
Okay, that's fair.
You know?
Yeah.
I struggled through it. It was way more dense than it should have been. Nothing happened. I don't need to know what you're eating every single day of your life. Like, just,
But wait,
just.
We're always telling each other what we're eating for dinner.
Well, not you.
Oh, okay.
This person. Yeah. It's a lot.
All right.
It's a lot. So anyway, I unfortunately did not love it. This is going to Second and Charles. I actually had to get this out of the Second and Charles bin right after I read it. I put it in there. We have like a whole thing where we put things,
Nice.
right? And then I was like, "Where's that book at?" And I'm like, "Oh, I already tried to get rid of it." So that's going back. That's what I have there. So I'm happy it's done. I'm happy I read it. I can get it off my shelf.
Listen, that's the positive in it, right? We got to find the positives in life. The positive is more shelf space, and hopefully you get like $1 back for it or something.
Yeah, probably $1. Yeah, if that.
Yeah, totally. All right, you want me to go?
Go for it.
So speaking of things that aren't going to stay on my shelf.
Yeah.
Stages of Rot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Kristen on one of her shows, actually, what am I saying? Well, I think it was it one of the shows that we did together? I can't remember.
I can't remember either.
But
maybe,
Kristen
probably.
was like, "Hey, I got this book. Wasn't really into it. What the heck did I read? What is this? What happened?" Those are pretty much my thoughts. Listen, I'm not here to rag on any creator. Who am I? I can't draw. I've never created a graphic novel, but I am a reader. Therefore, I can have an opinion. So here's the thing. This is one of those books that after I read it, I was like, you know what, Mary? Maybe you were just being harsh. Maybe you were in a mood. No, none of those things. But I go to Goodreads and I start to read the reviews. And people are just like raving about it. Like, this is such a brilliant book. The art's amazing. All the stuff in it. And you get those thoughts in your head. Like, did I read something else? Like, did I miss something? And I'm going to say, no, I didn't. I just, I'm going to steal one of Jess's, classic lines, peace and love. But like, the positives, I will say, the book's put together very nicely. I'm not being a smarty here. I'm being serious. The book
beautiful.
It's a beautiful, like, looking package. It has the French flaps. Mm-hmm. The page quality is amazing. But listen, art style is everybody has different tastes on what they deem as like the best art. And, some people don't care for Jeff Lemire's art. We love it. Mm-hmm. Like, other people like more realistic art, like an Alex Ross. I know you're not like a huge fan of his. I'm somewhere in between that. So it's like, everybody has different tastes, but like, I didn't even find this art to be like anything amazing. I mean, it's like, it's not bad, but like, it's cool. I guess I like the color palettes, but like, let me show you another one. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't find it to be.
Anyway. I think the cover to me like made it seem like it was going to be like the art was going to be way more beautiful.
Yeah, I agree.
Than it was. Like, even after I read it, I was like, okay, the art was nice, but then thinking about it more and seeing it, I was just like, is it like it's?
Yeah,
I don't know.
So, I think I'm often like when I go to rate something, I'm like I try to be like so kind, but by like page, I don't know, like 10 pages in, I'm like, what is this? And I was like angry, but I finished it. I gave it 1 star.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you for not automatically sending it off to Second and Charles. You gave
Yeah,
me a chance with it. So if it's okay with you, I will pass it on maybe to either my library's book nook or a free little library if that's good with you.
absolutely. Whatever
Awesome.
you want,
Awesome.
it's yours.
Thank you.
I'm just glad we had some real opinions, actually.
So in that regard, it's fun too because we love
Yeah,
to like do that, right?
we do. We do. We love hating the same book. It's great. Let's see. Oh, I missed this. Yeah, the last tour that Posh got paid $2 million for, even though she wasn't there. I didn't know that. That's wild.
Wow. How do I get that kind of deal at work?
Right? The book I'm reading right now is The Witch Hunt. Okay, we'll check that out. It's a prose book. Love that.
Nice. Are you liking it so far?
Please let us know. What I remember last year's Glastonbury was The Blossoms dressed as the Spice Girls with Mel B. That's exciting. The book I'm reading is a murder investigation book.
Ooh.
Haven't read something like that in a while. That's exciting.
Yeah, we like that kind of stuff. Nice.
Awesome. Well, another book that I read and didn't like and I plan to get rid of is the silliest thing I'm going to put up. Well, maybe not the silliest, but a silly thing that I got for like, I want to say 15 cents.
Nice.
And it's a little book. When I say I didn't read a lot, this is what I mean. Look at this. Look at this guy.
Bad Cat.
Bad Cat. Apparently it's a New York Times #1 bestseller.
I mean, with that cover, how could it not be?
Right? 244 not so pretty kitties and Cats Gone Bad.
Aww.
So this, I guess, was probably a blog in the early whatevers.
Okay.
I don't know when this came out. And it has like photos of cats and little captions for them and their name and their age and their hobby. And they're all like jokey things, right?
Okay.
So I flipped through that and I was like, 15 cents. Okay, right. I like cats. It wasn't. It wasn't it. It wasn't it. Also, some of it's a product of the time, I think.
Okay.
There were some like weird offensive jokes that like felt extra weird.
Oh no.
Yeah, not a fan. Not consistently, but like every now and then it was like, oh, that's a strange joke to make, or just like weird jokes to make with cats, like trying to be edgy, but like
got it.
Yeah, so I don't know. I like the photos, but no. So I'm getting rid of this.
Did you give it a rating?
I think I gave it a 1. Let's see.
Do you know
who remembers really?
How bad a cat book has to be for you to give it a 1?
I'm telling you, and it's happened before. And I get rid of
Wow.
them, and it makes me feel bad.
Ugh.
Okay, I gave it a 2. I think I probably
Oh.
gave it a 2 for the cat photos.
Yeah.
But it is probably, I don't know, that's generous, I guess.
Yeah, that's pretty generous.
I mean, because some of them were really cute and fun, and I mean,
Yeah.
like, okay, here's one with a kitten and a dog. I like a big dumb blonde. That's kind of cute.
It's cute.
Kind of. It's not funny, but it's kind of cute, you know.
By the way, I follow this Instagram account called Knuckle Bump Farms, and it's a farm in Florida, and they rescue animals and do just wonderful things for animals. And they recently rescued maybe like 4 months ago, they rescued a puppy, a very young puppy that went through very bad head trauma. And I feel that if this farm didn't take him in, his name's Atticus. I swear the story's going somewhere. If they didn't take in that puppy, the dog probably would no longer be with us, right? So Atticus ends up, because of his head injury, he's blind now, but he's so happy, right? There's like all these videos of him running around. Well, now they just adopted this little kitten that needed a home. Atticus and the kitten are so bonded. It is the most beautiful thing. I purposely go to this Instagram page to find out what's going on with the little kitten and Atticus.
Hold on. Why haven't you told me about this before?
I'm gonna send you the page because it's pure gold. There's cows.
I love it.
There's pigs.
Oh.
It's lovely.
I love that so much. I need it.
Yes.
Hayden says they all have a wild contract where if 3 or more of them perform together, the others get a cut. I mean,
that's fair.
Good for them. Yeah, that's cool. In the first few chapters, but I'm enjoying it so far. Great.
Nice.
A blog way back in the day of early 2000. But you know what I mean? Like that early 2000 humor is in this.
It's sketchy, borderline.
Some of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Or like, or apparently I read dating profiles because, I wasn't thinking about that at the time, but yeah,
Like,
I can see that.
well,
I can see that. What was the best party y'all have ever been to?
hmm.
I can't even think of a party I've been to right now.
It's so goofy. Like I'm thinking, my head instantly went to like concerts that feel like a party. That's where my
That's where
mind
my
went.
head would go. Yeah.
Yeah. Bar, would that be a good answer to your
Is that
question?
okay?
Because that's the only thing I can think of. Like a really fun.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I like random questions.
I was going to say, please keep random questions coming. They're interesting. I like it.
Yeah. All right. So it's funny that that's the book you showed. Well, first off, I only read 2 things this week,
There we
and
go.
they both are compliments of Kristen. So
Ooh,
the second thing I read is The Catman of Aleppo.
nice.
This is, by the way, did you do the old dust cover thing?
Like, take it out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know why they put a dust jacket on it.
I know, right? I never
Because
understand that.
it's beautiful
It
as
is.
it is.
I agree.
But anyway, I know you've discussed this book as well, but thank you so much for sending to me. It is such a beautiful story about this man who, after the war, actually during the war as well, he in Syria, he starts taking care of. He's an ambulance driver, so not only is he helping the people there during tough times, he notices there's a need. There's, as well as people needing help, there are all these animals that are either left behind, their family members are gone, they need a home. So he starts caring for these cats, and it turns into the sanctuary. It's a beautiful story. I feel that every kid should read this book because it gives, and the kids can handle it. It just gives a nice overview of times, of war, and how community is so important, how you need to be there for each other, especially in tough times. Um, and from what originates as, a sanctuary, as him just pitching in and take care of a couple of cats and animals, it develops into something so much more. I mean, look at the end papers. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
So I would, if I forget who's normally in the chat, and sometimes we'll talk about books, and he says, "Oh, I'm going to put that." I think he gets it. Is it his niece? Oh, I'm so bummed. I don't remember who.
Oh, why can't I remember either?
I
Yeah, I know
apologize.
exactly what you're talking about.
Oh.
Yeah.
And he often takes some recommendations from the books that we talk about, but forgive my memory. But if you come back and watch us later, I highly recommend that The Catman of Aleppo goes into that recommendation column. It's such a sweet book and really will. Shockingly, I didn't cry because that's how much of a feel good story it was.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So
well, I'm glad you really liked it. Yeah.
I did like it a lot.
It's one of those, like I said, I just saw it at Ollie's and I was like, I'm getting 2.
Yeah.
Like, it's done. I'm not
Love
even,
that.
I hadn't even read it. I was like, I'm getting 2. This looks wonderful. So I'm glad that like my gut feeling was accurate.
Oh yeah, definitely. By the way, did you see the nice job I did getting the Ollie sticker off?
I was going to say, you got it off and it looks so nice because I tried a little bit before I sent it to you and I was like, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to break it. Like,
it was, no, I get like that too, but it took a little work. It was a little project.
I bet. I think mine's still on mine. I'm like, I'm not even. Bar considers a party a place where people get wasted and do things or people they regret. Bar, right. I've got nothing for you then. I don't drink. Haven't been to a party like that.
Bar, I don't have an exact story like that, but one thing I did, and I don't even know if you know the story, Kristen. One time, when I was like probably in my earlier 20s, I went out with some coworkers. It was just like your typical happy hour. So like a bunch of us go out, and I wasn't even like, oh, I was trashed. I maybe had a couple drinks, but like people like started to slowly leave. Like, oh, I'm going home. So it came down to like me, my friend Barbara, and my friend Vanessa. And those two had a few more in them than I did. And they were like, you know what we should do? We should go down to the village and get tattoos. And normally I am the one in the group that was like, yeah, go ahead, have a nice time. But I went with them and I got a tattoo. So I think that's kind of like, that's probably like one of the more crazier things. You know, I have tattoos, but that one was not planned and it was random.
What
And
was it? That's the real question.
I got a dove on my arm.
Oh, okay. That's not
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That could have
So-
been worse.
Yeah. It's not like I didn't get like some embarrassing thing. So then after I got that, I had to go because I go to the same woman all the time for my tattoos. I had to go to her and be like, I cheated on you. And she was like, let me see. And she's like, you got pretty good work. But she's like, I want to fix this line. So she ended up like fixing the side of it.
That's funny.
Yeah. It was cool.
Love that.
That's probably like, that's not really a party, but you know.
I mean, that counts. It totally
Yeah,
counts.
It's a fun thing.
Bar doesn't remember 90% of the parties she's been to, but has a lot of embarrassing evidence of the phone. Okay, well,
Listen, have a good time. Why not?
yeah, live your life.
Seriously.
Batmanda reread the Twilight Princess manga series this week, thinking the last one to come out. I was wrong. Still one left to go. That's funny. I still need to dive into my Zelda manga.
I love when you're talking about manga, you're like looking around on the shelf, like, oh, yep, there it is. Didn't
my
read
manga
that yet.
shelf's right there and right there. So every time, that's funny. Yep, still haven't read it. I mean, getting a spontaneous tattoo is kind of crazy. I'll give you this one, Mary.
Bar, I appreciate that.
I mean, I got my first tattoo when I was 18 in the back of a music venue before my favorite band went on stage. Does that count?
I think that counts plus one extra point. Yeah.
You know?
That counts.
Thank you. Are you going to show this the tattoo?
Yeah, I think I can.
You mean to solo you? So yeah.
It's that dove right there.
I mean, it looks good.
Well, that's because my girl fixed it up nice. But thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Love that. Bar reminds me 90% of the Scottish population. That's funny.
Maybe Bar has some Scottish relatives somewhere.
Yeah, perhaps. All right, another little thing I read is It's a Cat's Life.
It's a Cat's Life.
Yeah, it's cartoons by David Cypress. Cypress? I don't know, Cypress.
I would say Cypress, yeah.
Thank you. They're cartoons about cats. So they're very like, newspapery one-off. That's what it reminds me of, right?
Sure.
But they were entertaining and I like this. So, and it's got like sketchy art style, but I enjoyed that. And
nice.
this was worth my very few money that I spent on it. I don't remember how much, but I found this used somewhere.
Are we keeping it?
You know what? I think we're going to keep it. It's going to stay in my cat comic collection. What did I rate it? Who knows? I don't remember any of my ratings this time around. I don't know why. 4 stars.
I was going to guess 3.
Okay. It's 4 stars.
Wow.
Yeah. Did I like it less now?
You misled us a little bit there. That was tricky.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There are certain ones that like really got me. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's like how it is with these like little comic strippy kind of collections, But yeah, I think I'll keep this one around.
Nice.
It's not going to take up tons of shelf space. We're fine.
Well, listen, I didn't read anything else, but maybe during my turn. How many more books do you have?
1.
So I have 2 new things that came into the household here. So maybe I'll show one now, you show your book, and then I'll show the other thing.
Okay, and I do have an unboxing I'm going to do.
Woo!
Reed cut open the box, but I haven't opened it.
Nice. By the way, my birthday haul from IST, that was my birthday present from Kim. Kim let me go a little hog wild with IST for my birthday, which was amazing. She basically handed over her credit card.
Love that.
I asked her for a limit first, though. I'm not like that devilish, but I just got a notification that it's going to arrive tomorrow, so I'll show that next week.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Okay, so the first thing is not a book, but anybody, I feel like Larry may enjoy this, or maybe not, but he'll get the reference. But I got this Funko Pop. It's a little Devo guy.
Nice.
Isn't he cute?
It's very cute.
I had to get him.
Love him.
He was only $5 at Books A Million. I could not let him stay there.
Love that.
Very cute. Oh, I
Yeah,
was
that's
gonna
super
say
cool.
maybe I could sit him here, but then you can't see him.
Okay.
Okay, your turn.
So Reed got like several mini comics recently,
Nice.
and he was like, "Oh, it's for both of us." I'm like, "Okay, is it?" But but I was like, "Yeah, I'll read some of these." So this one, he picked it out. I don't know. It's called Duders and Friends,
Duders.
and on the cover here we have Duders
There's a
and
hiney.
a dog and a cat. Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's a mini comic, so I don't want to show you the whole thing, but they're very entertaining little stories about this guy Duders and his dog and his cat. That's it. I liked it a lot. Had a good time. It's short. I liked it.
Hey, if you think of it, can you ask Reed? It was a couple shows back that we did together, and he held up a couple. I'm gonna call them the wrong thing, but they were like a collection of like indie comics, but like bound up in one. You
Good boy.
remember Good Boy?
Good. Yeah.
Okay, that I can remember.
Yes, it's on Hoopla. They're both
It
on Hoopla.
is.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's by Silver Sprocket, but I think that's what you're
Yes.
talking about.
I
Yeah.
think that is. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So the other thing, you're doing oh, see, I had a feeling.
Fifth favorite
Larry.
band. Dad, do you want to go through your favorite bands for us? Life advice: find a Kim.
Bar, it's true. It took me a while to find the right Kim, but I found her, so thank you.
It's good.
The other thing that came into the library is Junji Ito's new one.
That's my last IST order I haven't gotten yet.
Yes, so I think I've mentioned this before, like when I go to get my hair cut, there's the mall I like to stop at, I get my little lunch, and I stop at Books A Million, so that's where I got Tombs and the Devo Pop.
Love that.
Like to show the love,
Absolutely. Speaking of showing the love for IST, right here, we got it.
Yes.
We got it. It's happening. So,
and wait, I don't even know about this order, do I?
I don't think so, but I used my IST gift card that I got for my birthday from my parents-in-law. So shout out to them. And I think I told you that I may get this, but I got it. And it came, I ordered this on Tuesday.
Wow.
Just saying. It shipped crazy fast, and I'm very excited to say I got the Deadpool and Cable omnibus. Nice. Here we are.
You did tell me that, but I forgot.
I did it. Here's the thing. Since it's been out of print, I don't know. I've just wanted to read it. I know it looks ridiculous. I know there's some like art in here that I don't know. Maybe I'll like it. Maybe I won't. But I always hear great things, and I like Deadpool, so I feel like I needed this. I've been thinking about it since it went out of print.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to wait around, and I had a gift card, so it's free. So I was like, this is great. Perfect.
Love that.
Yeah. So I'm excited.
That's pretty big, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Yeah, I didn't realize.
Pretty big one.
Nice.
Yeah, and this is the new variant cover, which I liked way more than the original cover. Don't love either one of them, honestly, but this is better. This is better than the other one.
Cool.
So that's exciting, and I do have another order that I hope to get by next show.
Okay.
And it was the other half of my gift card, so
awesome.
Tombs is in there. I did spoil that, but
that's okay.
Yeah.
Listen,
exciting.
Everybody knows that you're going to buy whatever new Ito comes out, so
I know I have to. I have to, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
I like to buy I'm realizing I like to have physical copies of Ito's work because it's definitely they're definitely books that you could go back to and reread and enjoy.
100%.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, for sure.
That's worth it.
I absolutely agree. Did you know it's National Library Appreciation Week?
I did
plan
see that.
to celebrate it tonight with Mary's stuff, right?
Yeah, the reason I know that is when I stopped at the library to pick up a couple things. They had the big banner outside.
Love that.
Yeah.
James says on the subject of Reed, make sure you check your email. He sent out digital rewards from his Kickstarter. Yes, please.
Thanks,
check
James.
your email. If you're watching this, you haven't done your survey yet, do that too. Reed's been packing up stuff like crazy right now, so it's exciting.
Thanks for that reminder because I haven't been in that email inbox in a bit. So
yeah, and again, here is the physical book. It's looking all pretty. Wait. Yeah, it's so nice, and you'll just want to like pet it. It feels so nice. I just love it.
Nice.
Very exciting. One of the stories in Tombs has one of the most horrifying images I've ever seen on a
Really?
page. Another fun collection for sure. That is exciting.
I'm like looking over at my book now. I like
Yeah,
want
you're
to
like,
find it.
you have to read it.
Now, Rick, when I read it, I'm going to be thinking of you. Like, I wonder, like, I guess it'll be so noticeable that I'll know exactly what you're talking about, right?
Yeah, I hope so. How does it compare to the other short story collections? Well, Mary and I haven't read it yet, but Rick should be able to tell you.
Yeah.
Who won your Sushi Go battle? Yeah, Reed and I made
Oh.
Reed play Sushi Go before I went in here. Because we've had all these little card games and I just got more and I'm just like, Reed, let's play this. So that was one that Jessica so nicely gifted me for my birthday.
Cool.
And it's very cute and fun, and you know, it's a quick one. So we did that. I won the battle. Here's the thing: we thought we tied, so we added up the points, and Reed's like, "We got the exact same," and I was like, "That's wild! How does that happen?" And then I looked down, and I remembered my pudding. And with Sushi Go pudding, you add up at the end of the game, not the end of the round. So I was like, "Oh, I won by 6 points because I got the pudding." Yeah. So anyway,
You win.
I win. But that's one I think was really fun, and I can totally take to Heroes Con because it's also really cute and it made us really hungry, and we wanted Sushi Go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I think you may like that one, Mary.
right.
I'm gonna get you to play a game.
I told you I will. It won't be. It will not be like some battle. I promise.
Cool, cool. Good night, Bar.
Good night, Bar.
Have a good night. Thanks for popping in.
Yes.
Not in order, but my favorite bands are Devo, Led Zeppelin, The Doors, The Cure, Wet Leg, The Clash, Green Day. Probably forgetting some big ones too. Doors is number one for me though.
Wow, look at Wet Leg sneaking in that list of
I was just gonna say,
yeah,
you got a big one thrown in there.
Big time.
Like Tombs more than Tomie, but I think I'd have Shiver and Smashed above it. Okay. Interesting. I'm like, now I'm gonna look at my Ito stuff, which is over here.
You know what's horrible? I can't remember like which is which. I can more so remember specific stories, but I can't remember what book they're in. Right?
I totally get that. I remember the oil story is in
Kristen,
Shiver.
That
because I'll never forget it.
That is what oh my goodness. That's what I thought of instantly.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's the one. And I mean, Shiver's a great collection because you also have the like balloon heads is in that one.
Yes.
And the oil one, of course. And
which do you remember the one about like was it a record or the music that the song
is that? Yeah, is that? I forget which one that's in. Is that Shiver?
I really like that story too.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Okay, I gotta buy more Ito. I only have Tomie and Liminal Zone. Oh, Hayden, please go get Shiver now, and you can experience what we experienced.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Where should I go next? Oh, you've only read those 3? I mean, maybe. I know I'm thinking real hard about it. Maybe you do need to go to Shiver. I think that's a great place to go from here. Especially, you know, those titles are more like less short story-y. I mean, there's elements to that, and you know, Uzumaki still connects, and so does Tomie. Yeah, I think Shiver's the one. That's what I think.
Nice.
Are you currently reading anything other than Swamp Thing and the Anthony Bourdain book and the Ann Patchett book? And
girl, we are gonna throw down tonight. I'm listening to an audiobook, and I'm just going to pull it up here just so I'm blanking on the title. I think I know it, but I don't want to mess it up. It's The Secret Life of Albert Entwistle. Excuse me.
You okay?
Got all choked up. I am 83% into it. I really wanted to have it done, but I didn't get it finished. It's really an amazing story about this guy who's getting older in life. He realizes he's sort of being forced to retire from his job. He's kind of led like a lonely life, and you find out why. But even though he ends up going on this quest to find pretty much the love of his life, and he's ready to face that side of his life now. It's just this beautiful story so far, and I can't imagine that it's not going to end with like, a beautiful ending. If it takes a turn and is not a happy ending, I'm going to be so upset. But I have a feeling it's going to end that way. Um, but it's a really beautiful story about this man's life. He ends up finding his true self, and it's pretty amazing so far. So, like I said, I'm 83% in, so I will report back next week.
Nice.
Yeah,
That sounds good.
That's the only real current thing I have going.
Yeah, love that. Well, I feel the same because I'm not going to hold this up again, am I? Am I going to hold this up again? Am I ever going to finish this book?
If I was quicker, I should have teased you about that book.
You should have, because it's been a long time. I wouldn't blame you. But hey, I do have a pile of possibilities.
There it is.
Copyright Mary. Should we just jump into those?
Let's start.
Okay. On the top here, I have Spidey freshman year.
Oh.
This is one of those collections. What do they call them? What do they call them? You know, the younger audience ones?
I was going to say young adult.
Yeah, but there's 10. Hold on. I'm going to lie. There's issues of Spidey 1 to 12 by Robbie Thompson, Nick Bradshaw, more people. These are the ones that are $13 from Marvel.
Nice.
So they're smaller, but they pack a lot of issues in, right?
Okay.
And I've heard fun things. I think I read maybe the first trade.
Okay.
From the library of this one, and I enjoyed it. So I don't know. I want to read it. It's been sitting there, and I got it for dirt cheap at IST because the list is already so low.
Yeah.
So anyway,
nice.
That's it. It's a thing that's been sitting there taunting me, and I need to read it.
Love that.
Backpackers? Really?
Backpack?
You throw it in a backpack because you're a child? If that's the name, that's dumb, is what that is. Not a fan. That's digest size. It is smaller. I thought they were the line was called something, though.
Yeah, Marvel Backpackers.
Is it really Backpackers?
I don't know.
Dad, are you joking? What is it called that? Hold on. Available in your backpack. I don't understand. But Marvel's marketing team, not me. Oh, I'm glad you didn't make it up, but also, what? Backpackers?
They're trying to get that whole feel of, kids going to school, throw your Spidey book in.
I think that's silly. That's what I think.
Yeah, it's silly.
It's silly.
Okay. In honor of National Library Week.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I had this stuff on hold. I think you read a book by this author. I see a dude with a fishbowl. No, it's not a fishbowl on his head. He had a diver's. Help me out here. A First Time for Everything by Dan Santat.
Was that the same guy who did Aquanaut?
Yes,
Aquanaut.
Okay. Right? Okay. That wasn't a fishbowl on his head, but wasn't it some kind of helmet with things in it?
Yeah. Yeah, and there were fish in it. Yeah. There were.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
See? So this is on First Second. It's called The First Time for Everything. And I saw this on First Second's Instagram page. It says, Dan is used to feeling invisible. Aww. After being bullied in middle school, Dan has low expectations about everything, including the class trip to Europe with the same girls who love to make fun of him. Come on. But during his travels, a series of firsts begins to change him. First Fanta, first fondue, and maybe even first girlfriend. Funny, heartfelt, and embarrassingly true, this graphic novel memoir is based on Caldecott Medal winner Dan Santat's most awkward middle school memories. So I thought that sounded really interesting.
Love that.
For someone who made a statement that they're not really into memoirs, have you realized how many I've been reading and loving?
I mean, a lot, right?
So I will always be the first to stand up and say sometimes I say foolish things. But yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this.
May I see some of the
Oh
interior
yeah,
art,
yeah,
please?
sure.
So I
Yes.
remember.
Oh boy, I just flipped it open and I see a Smurf. I love Smurfs.
Fun. Oh, that looks good. Yeah, I've seen the cover of that, and I thought I knew it was that guy, but that's exciting because ultimately I gave that other book 3, but like his story, I think I'm even more interested in. You know.
Right? Yeah, that does sound. Yeah, I am interested to
Yeah,
hear more about
that
his
looks good.
story. Yeah, it looks good. So,
Awesome.
I've been trying to follow your lead lately. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm trying to really use my library more instead of just like going out and buying stuff.
Mm.
And if I love it, I'm like, yeah, I do. I definitely want to buy that then somewhere down the road. But I'm really, it's been a good experience.
Love that.
I think the buying for me is just like a habit.
Mm.
Right? Does that make sense? Like
It does. Yeah.
it's like, oh, I hear about something, whether it's on YouTube or Instagram or whatever. Oh, I got to go buy it. Not really. I just go put it on hold, on my phone, on my computer, magically appears at my library.
Yeah, and especially if you have a robust library, or even like I need to like have them buy more because they used to buy a lot for me. And
Yeah.
then I just got out of that habit because it is such a like tedious process to actually
Yeah.
like submit all of that. You put the
Yep.
ISB in and that whole thing. Plus they stopped buying everything I asked them to and I was bothered by them. So I had a grudge. But I plan to go back.
Nice.
I mean, I've been to my library, but I haven't had them buy things. Anyway, they need to buy me stuff. The next thing on my list.
Buy Kristen all the books she wants, please. We need to know about them.
Please. I read a chunk of this.
Okay.
But I never finished it. So
okay.
I grabbed these 2 trades that are on the to get rid of shelf because they're trades, and it's eventually we would probably like to get hardcovers.
Sure.
And that's I Hate Fairyland.
Oh, look at that. What an amazing cover.
Right?
Oh my goodness.
And this is like the fried pie variant. I think that's another reason, like, well, I guess they may still be around. We got this from BAM because they do fried pie variants. We don't have a BAM here now. So we're like, oh, rest in peace, BAM. But like they still exist. Obviously, you just mentioned them. So anyway, but this is a good variant. We like it. And yeah, of course, it's Scotty Young. People love it. I had a good time with what I read, but it's been a long time. And I'm like, hey, I should really like go back through that and actually finish it. And then if I really love it, I can upgrade someday and we can get rid of these, But yeah, there are more trades than these 2, but I can read the rest on Hoopla, so I don't care.
Right.
That's it.
I feel like I maybe read that first trade, and I love Scotty Young, so
yeah, he's
but
great.
I don't remember why I fell off of it. So
I got distracted by something too, so I just never finished it.
Yeah.
Me too, Mary. I've used the library way more this year, and it's been such a great move. And I've read a few things I was honestly glad I didn't buy. That is the best, right? It's like,
yep.
It's such a bummer you read something that you don't like, obviously. But when you get it from the library, you just throw it back at them. You didn't pay any money. Unlike some things that you buy and you're like, I paid money for this.
See, aren't you like, Mary got that from the library?
Yeah, if only my library had it.
Oh, sad. That's right. I'm sorry. You're right.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
But I love how everything with you is like, whether it's going to Second Charles or back to the library, it's you're throwing it.
I'm throwing. That's right. I get angry about stuff.
So it's funny. Something that you just said made me think of the next book I want to show that I got from the library. Take my little receipt out of there. I saw this. It's another second book, and I saw it on Instagram, and I was like, "Oh, I want to read that. The cover's adorable." But then I opened the inside, and the art is amazing. But I'll show you. I'm going to stop there. I'm just going to, after I talk a bit about the book, then I'm going to show you the inside, and you're going to know maybe some of my hesitation.
Okay.
And maybe why I'm like, okay, it's good I got this from the library first.
What's funny is I don't see the cover yet. Like I see part of the cover and I'm already like, that's one that I have on hold currently that I'm waiting to pop it. Yep.
Is it
Beowulf? It's so shiny. It is. I'm making you big.
That's okay. Isn't that awesome? I mean, this
That's
cover
a great cover. So
cover
good.
alone, like, that's something you'd wanna hang up on the wall, right?
Yeah.
Without even knowing the story.
Oh, I put it on hold for the cover alone. I was like, "Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Yep."
And it's quite big, like,
Hmm.
let me show you, like, compared to the other book, The First Time for Everything. I mean, look
Oh,
at it.
wow.
It's
It
pretty
is
big.
big.
Yeah. So, let me show you the inside. The art, like I said, it is amazing, don't get me wrong. But let me find a good page. Okay. Kristen, what's going on with
What?
what's going on here?
Uh,
Looks very, like, willy-nilly.
mm, uh, also, what's with the setup of the pages,
Thank
right?
you. I'm
What?
concerned. Very concerned.
Oh.
But again,
Also,
you know what? Maybe the story is so amazing that we could, like, get over certain layouts, but I will be the first to admit I'm a little concerned.
I'm very concerned. In fact, I'm also, like, bummed out that it's not in color like the cover.
Well, right, you would think with this cover, you were gonna open it up and find, like, all kinds of, like, golds and browns and yellows, right?
Yeah, and as you know, like, you and I, we like black and white stuff, that's fine.
I do.
But that's not what I expected, and yeah, the page layout and how the text is in the images and
Yeah.
what is it? What are we reading?
So
Maybe it'll be amazing.
Neil Gaiman says it's glorious, accurate, profoundly silly, and hilariously profound. Um,
Hmm.
I'm like you. Because I borrowed it from the library, I knew very little. I'm like, what a gorgeous cover. I'm assuming it's a retelling of Beowulf.
Mhm.
I mean, hello.
Yeah.
But that is the glory of the library.
Mhm.
So yeah, so like I said, like you said, we love black and white art. It's not that. It's just like the presentation makes you think otherwise. But again, maybe the story is going to be so great that
I hope so.
yeah,
But I get your concern.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. So that is
Hmm.
what I'm like really glad. I'll give it a read through the library, and then if it's great, buy a copy down the line. So
Alright, well, I look forward to your review of that for
thank you,
sure.
thank you.
Once or twice I've loved something so much, I did go buy it, and I felt great about that too. People,
Exactly.
go to your library. That's what you need to take away from the show.
Yep.
Enjoy it. All right. Speaking of enjoying stuff, I haven't enjoyed this yet because I haven't read it. It's been sitting on my shelf. And that is the Amazing Spider-Man newspaper comics.
You're all spideyed up today.
I really am. I didn't mean to. And there could be more. It
Ooh.
just happened. But this is volume 1. I'm actually missing volume 4. So if anyone ever sees volume 4, apparently you just can't. You can't
Really?
find it. Like a lot of I mean, I think they're all out of print, but
Okay.
volume 4, I have not had any luck with that. But it's cool. These are the newspaper strips.
Nice. That looks really nice.
Yeah, and you know I like newspaper strips, so
Yeah.
I wanted to give it a shot. And I got all of these like used at some point in my life. You know how I do.
Yep.
Except for, which is, I'm gonna be sad if I read this and like it enough to want 4 real bad.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So perhaps that's why I've avoided it for a while. But hey, it has a ribbon. We love that. And I feel like I need to get to it. And yeah, clearly I have too many Spidey things I haven't read. So here we are.
Nice. This one, you talked about, you reviewed it with Maddie. This is also from the library. I only have my next book is the only one that's out of my personal library. This is from the local library, and that's Cheer Up, Love and Pom Poms.
Ooh, that's exciting.
So you two like really loved it, and I was like, I want to check that out. It's a short little thing. Art
Mm-hmm.
looks super cute. So yeah, I want to give it a go.
Yeah, it's a pretty quick read too, and it's one of
Yeah,
those
that's
that
like a little thing.
yeah, I won't go on about it. I feel like I already have, but it's little. The art's super. I really like the art,
Yeah.
and I love the story. I read it years ago, and rereading it this year, I just still love it. Still love it.
Um, So yeah, and I remember you saying like even Greg Rucka is like
Yeah.
it blurbed
Blurb
it
it
on
into
the
the back,
back.
yeah.
I mean,
That's so
um,
cool. And I
yeah,
guess for anybody like who may watch who isn't familiar, I guess I should say something about it, but it's called Cheer Up. Oni Press put it out. It is about the two characters on the cover there. One is a trans cheerleader, the first at her high school, and the other character is someone she was friends with pre-transition, and they kind of fell out, not because of that, just like because of life. And they're both like opposites in a lot of ways, and they come together on the cheerleading team and find, I don't know, they both go through their own journeys and their own struggles and their own situations, and it is a great love story as well. So I
oh,
loved it.
I love how I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna read this book. Okay, Kristen, talk about it.
We work as a team here.
I love this. Well, no, listen, obviously hearing Danny,
Hello, good to see you here.
as we always say, like it makes more sense for you. Like you've read it twice now, right? You've
Yeah,
read that book
yeah,
twice. So obviously you're going to have more to say about it than me just reading the back to
sure,
everybody, right? So
absolutely,
I get
makes
that.
sense. It
I
makes
get that.
sense. Okay, The Girl from the Other Side, Volume One.
Oh,
So I actually read the first volume, not the first big like bind up volume like this, but the first volume, I want to say years ago.
okay.
And I liked it enough to get the shiny, shiny, cute volume,
Right.
fancy, pretty volume, which I believe I got from the Barnes and Noble half price
I'm
sale.
jealous. I so badly would have loved to have found that during that
Yeah.
sale.
And I looked for doubles and they was just like, it was cleared out. There was just one. But
Yeah.
but it's beautiful. So pretty. And at this point, I have two, and maybe I ordered another one.
Maybe.
Because if you do check out InStockTrades.com, we're not sponsored over here, but the other show I'm on, Fangirls Assemble, picked Volume 3 as the discounted book. So
Oh,
right
you did.
now,
Okay.
it's very discounted and totally worth it because these are kind of like pricey volumes because they're beautiful, I guess. I mean, look at that. Come on. Beautiful.
They are beautiful, but they're a little out of their mind for the price, the
They
retail
really
price on
are.
that.
I've
Yeah.
gotten every volume discounted, otherwise I wouldn't
Of
have them.
course. No,
Yeah.
totally.
It's yeah, but the art's very pretty, and I'm looking forward to jumping back into these. And I'm like, at this point, again, I need to because they're sitting on
Yeah.
my shelf. The spines are looking so pretty, and I need to.
That story, I mean, I know you can't spoil anything and you only read the first volume, but just from that can you give a description of that story? It just seems like I don't know, I'm like a little scared.
Well, that's understandable. What I remember, I mean, obviously it's about this girl and this like demon
Okay.
person, right?
They're friends though, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And what I've read, it's just like a sweet relationship.
Okay.
But he looks like this, so you should be a little scared, I guess. I don't I don't fully remember the beginning
Okay.
of it, to be honest, and maybe I should look up a Goodreads thing for you.
No, it's okay. Yeah, I mean, I can do that. I was just curious, like if you remembered offhand, you know?
No, I think she was like pulled away from her mother somehow, maybe
Oh,
in a different world or something, but maybe
okay.
not. And maybe I'm misremembering that. It's been years. Um, I'll let you know. I hope to read this soon, and we'll see.
Nice. Maybe we can look for that one of those pretty cop. I know I'm like dreaming
Yes,
here, but maybe at Heroes Con. I'd love to scoop one of those up somewhere.
we're definitely gonna we're gonna stare at so many things. Like it's gonna be you, Mary. You're gonna bring all the money because like we feel like we're gonna spend all the money.
Why do you think I'm like
Selling
I'm
stuff.
like I'm
Yeah.
selling stuff, I'm going to the library more.
Yeah,
Because
I
gotta
get
like
it.
because here's the thing, I don't go to something like that and like
Oh,
be afraid to spend money. Like I
I'm
have to
glad
go
because I
and
can't
just
handle
enjoy
that.
myself. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got to just throw money at donuts and food and comics. That's what it's about.
But if Kim asks oh, what'd you guys have for lunch?
Uh,
Grilled chicken salad.
Oh,
You know,
100%.
what'd you
Yes,
have for
yes, yes.
breakfast? Oatmeal
Yeah, and kale on the side.
with kale on the side and a little fruit cup.
Yes,
Would you have to drink water all the time?
all the time. All the time water. I do love water.
You do love your water.
I'll make sure you hydrate. Let her know that.
Yeah, I do have to be. I need to be reminded to hydrate.
Let's both bring like a big bottle of water to Heroes Con. Walk around with it. That's what I did last time.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
I just got the Vampire Slayer trade paperback. What did you think? I think I didn't read it because I've heard things. I will read it, not with my money, but on Hoopla. So sorry, Lethal, I got nothing for you. But yeah, I've heard only bad things, honestly.
So I assume you two are talking about like the latest. Trade?
It's a Buffy trade called the Vampire Slayer. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
So I'm sorry, Lethal. I believe Hayden has read it and probably does not have great feelings about it. So they can let you know.
What a sad thing, right? I mean, you are like the Buffy supporter, and then when you feel this way about all the latest stuff.
I intend to like get back into the latest stuff just so I can really have words to say about it because Boom Buffy.
Yeah.
Boom Buffy's not treating me right. It's sad.
I'm sorry. That stinks.
Yeah, it's okay. One day maybe.
That's right, Danny. All the money.
All
Like
the money.
So I don't know if you heard us talking about it, but Kristen and I have never actually met in person, but we've been friends like, I don't know, 6, 7 years. Like,
yeah, a lot of years. Yeah.
It just ran a natural friendship just randomly started from us both watching like this one book, like a YouTube channel. It led to like silly, messaging back and forth about books. And then just like this friendship developed. And I probably talked to Kristen more than like, my friends that live, in my state.
I'd definitely talk to you more than, for sure.
So it's interesting. So we decided that, and I think that you and Reed probably thought I would say no to go to Heroes Con.
I think so. Yeah, I certainly did. I was like, oh, I'll pitch it, but like,
yeah. So Danny. So what I ended up, I was like, I talked it over with Kim, and like going to like Comic Cons really isn't her jam. So she's like, just go, have a great time. Like, I'll stay home, watch the dog. So it all worked out. I took the time off of work, and like this year, like this is my vacation. Like, I mean, yeah, Kim and I will take a couple like long weekends, like do local things, but this is like my vacation this year. So
I love that.
I'm going and I'm having a blast. Like,
yeah, it's gonna be our vacation too. I mean,
exactly.
Reed's obviously tabling. He's gonna be doing work, but I mean,
yeah,
that's fine. I'll go spend money for him. Hopefully, he makes money, but
I feel like it's gonna be like, oh, 3 books for us, 1 for Reed.
It's funny. Last time, like, I wandered off because, like, I'll go check on him, but I wandered off and I came back and I was just like holding a pile of books, and he's like, "What did you get some books? Did you?" And I'm like, "Yes, I did." They were buy 2 get however many free. I couldn't resist.
I had to get 10.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's great.
We love Buffy. I also, of course, love Buffy, but like Hayden says, it sure is a comic book. That's all they have to say.
Fair.
That's too bad. I knew it was going to happen. Yeah. My name is Danny. I'm like, what? Lethal, we didn't know. Should we call you Danny?
I feel like our friendship is developing more.
Yeah.
Now we know Danny.
Yeah. We just call you Lethal.
Right.
That's funny. Nice. It'll be so fun. Yes. It's going to be great.
Nice. Yeah. It's we're looking forward to it.
Oh, my dad's being nice. Gotta say, you two are so great together and fun to watch. It's insane this show hasn't totally blown up by now. And I'm not biased at all.
Larry,
that's very sweet.
That's very sweet. I don't know why I'm telling Danny from Spinelli Speaks everything. Danny, this is meet Larry. Larry is Kristen's
my dad.
But Larry also has an awesome YouTube channel as well called Larry's Library.
That's right. He's killing it over there.
And Larry, meet Danny of Spinelli Speaks.
Who has a YouTube channel.
Who also has an awesome YouTube channel.
Love that. Every time Spike calls Xander pet, I book a therapy appointment.
Oh, my.
Oh, no. I
I mean, I don't know as much as you two know, but I know those two characters, and I'm not sure why anyone's
That
being called Pet.
shouldn't be happening. Yep, pretty
Yep.
much. James with the link. Thanks, James.
Awesome.
It's the only show I catch during the week.
Aw,
That's very nice.
thanks, Danny.
Thank you, Danny.
Danny,
With a Y.
Danny with a Y. Yeah, that's
I was
what
gonna
we'll
say, I
do.
assume the other Danny is potentially with an I. Yeah,
Yes.
of course. I subbed to Daddy.
Oh, love
Awesome.
that.
Thank you.
Love that.
Love
Oh.
that too.
Is it my turn?
Yeah? Question mark. I think
Question mark,
this is
question
the
mark?
last one I went through. I think.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I held this up, I think, as part of a haul, and I really don't know why I haven't started it yet because, of course, as soon as I heard about it, had to go out and buy it.
Mhm.
But I do definitely want to start Days of Sand.
Oh yes, yes.
So I believe it is it Aiku? Am I saying
Yes.
Aiku?
Yeah.
Am I
Aiku,
saying
yeah.
that handle right? This is the graphic novel that is based on the Great Depression and amazing art. I don't know a ton. Well, I mean, look what I opened up to. Can you even? Can you even?
Yeah. So nice.
Oh no. I just saw an animal.
Oh, Mary.
And things
No.
didn't. Look at the art. So yeah,
That's beautiful.
I do finally want to dip into this. I know we've talked about it before, so I won't. I'll wait until after I read it to go into it more. But I mean, this is. I think I showed this last time. There are actually real photos from that time.
Yeah, that's awesome. And that's like a big book too, yeah?
Yeah, it's big. Like here, what can we hold? Look, I'll hold up Tombs next to it. See.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, I meant to. I shouldn't assume people know, but it's set like during the Dust Bowl time. So yeah, really looking forward to cracking this one open. And I think realistically, of everything in my pile, I think Days of Sand and A First Time for Everything are the two that I really want to get to.
Awesome.
Because we know my record, I typically am not reading more than like 2 or 3 in a week, so I want to be realistic.
Sure. Understandable. Maybe that's what we should do. We should go through a pile of possibilities and then be like, here's what we think we will actually read.
Yeah, I think for me it's Days of Sand and A First Time for Everything. I think these are
Nice.
going to be.
I think those are going to be two really good ones too.
And then maybe, just maybe, I'll bust open Beowulf.
Nice. I need to know. I know. Yeah, and shout out to Aiku, like you said, who has been telling us to read Days of Sand for quite a long time. So
yeah, definitely.
I need to get it too, for sure.
Yeah.
Have either of you read Fables? I've read a little bit of Fables, not a ton, and it's been years. I did also play a good amount of the Telltale game.
Oh.
The Wolf Among Us, which is based on Fables, and that was really fun.
Nice. I have never read it, but I know a lot of people love it. Isn't it like a very long story?
Yes.
Very long.
So long, yeah.
Is there an omnibus of Fables?
Did they come out with... They maybe did a paperback Omni, I feel like. Yeah, I think that maybe happened. But, it's all on Hoopla, so...
And Danny loves Hoopla. You two are like Hoopla twinsies.
Nice. Love that.
Danny, did you read Fables?
The other Danny also thinks Fables is great.
Nice.
Fables have 4 big compendium. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Thank you, James.
Wow.
I knew... I mean, there had to be multiple ones, but...
Yeah.
And a box set.
Nice.
And Hayden says, did I mention that Tara's a watcher now? I didn't know that, but why? Why? I mean, I love Tara, but like, why?
Oh, man.
Oh boy. Okay. I still have more.
I love that.
Of course. I also grabbed Gollum.
Wait a minute. Hold the phone. Have you held that up before? Why does that look so familiar to me?
It's very possible I held it up on some show.
And why am I scared by that cover?
I am also scared by this cover. It's this is also, I think, my last Magnetic Press title I haven't read.
Just throw it in the Second and Charles pile, would you? Just get out of here.
I mean, that's why I'm like, am I going to hate it? And also on the back, blurbed by, can you handle this? Jonathan Hickman.
What are you doing? Put it in the throwaway.
Throw it in the trash right now. Just the garbage, right?
Go get the root beer.
People are gonna like watch this and be like, "What do you have against Jonathan?" Listen, I didn't like Hick Vengers. Okay, I didn't like it, so I don't know that I'll like this.
What did Mr. Hickman say about it?
He said, "Oh, you know what? Good question. It's not the story or the art or even the design. Are you serious? We couldn't edit this blurb
or the
design that makes Gollum a great book. What? Listen, sorry, Magnetic Press. Do you have editors? What is this on the back?
I think what you should do is go get a Sharpie and make the edit right on the back of the book.
It's just white out because it's white.
Yeah.
Oh boy. It's the union of those things. The whole.
So it's not. So if something doesn't have a good story and doesn't have good art, what are we talking about?
What are we talking about? Apparently they've crafted a perfect package of pure entertainment. Have they, Jonathan Hickman? Not that you know about perfectly crafted entertainment. Oh, ouch! Look, it's a hot take. Everybody loves him. I just didn't like Hick Vengers.
It was nice knowing you, Kristen.
The internet's gonna cancel me now. I get it. It's fine. Whatever. I didn't like it.
To those anybody that doesn't know, Kristen didn't really enjoy Jonathan Hickman's Avengers.
That's right.
And listen,
and the internet loves it. So
I know. And honestly, remember, I bought it as well. I was on the hype train, just like choo choo. And I don't even think I finished it. I just couldn't get into it, so I sold it.
Listen, here's the deal. For anyone who doesn't know, Hick Vengers is just like nonstop action, 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 action.
Yeah.
I need breaks for character development. I need to care about these characters who are going through these nonstop things.
Yeah.
And I didn't have that. So that's why I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's why I got beef with Jonathan Hickman.
And a little recap. Your experiences with this press so far have been nothing but like just treacherous.
Mostly bad.
Yeah, mostly
I read one from the library I loved years ago. And then I really did like Aster of Pan, which is still on my shelf. That's one I kept. That's the first one. That's the first one I kickstarted. And then I just continued from there. And it's been not great. Brindle was okay. I gave that like a 3. I was in the middle. I think I gave it a 3. But that end, I don't know about her. Like, it's just, it's been a lot. So I'm scared of this. And that's why I haven't read it. But I want to, just because I want it off my shelf if I hate it. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
The art looks fine.
Yeah.
It looks fine. We'll see. What the even is the blurb.
the
Hayden's perfectly done.
Amazing.
Let's see. Jonathan Hickman's secret is effing terrible. Okay. I give Hickman's FFL main 8 and got a few downvotes for that. I'm sure people are going to downvote this when they hear it.
But here's the thing: if let's say I watched a live stream of somebody just wrecking and just hating on a book that I loved, I'm not gonna thumbs down that. Like,
people are so dramatic.
Someone can have a different opinion than me. I actually find it entertaining, and I want to know why. Right?
Yeah.
But not everybody thinks that way.
Yep. Let's see. Back to Danny. I only got into the first 6. I want to jump back in. Loved it. That's awesome.
Nice.
She's also Willow's magic therapist who helps her control Dark Willow, who is once again a split personality, this time caused by Willow having Slayer powers. What's happening, Boom Buffy? What are we doing over here? Talking about root beer, but yet again, Omnidog isn't watching. He's missing everything. Truly?
Come on, Jess.
Jess, what are you doing?
Jess, you could always watch in the replay. That's what I do for your shows that I miss. I always watch on the replay.
Yeah, Jess.
give you a little thumbs up, showing the love.
Yeah, support you. I watch all your shows too, Jess. Come on now.
Yeah.
Be a friend. Big J today. Hello. Nice to see you here. I liked Gollum a lot. Aster Pan was great though. Yes, Aster Pan was a good time. And I'm glad to hear you like Gollum a lot. Maybe because we both like I also like Aster Pan.
Yeah, that's
so
a
maybe I'll
good
like
sign.
this one.
Yeah, that's
be
actually
nice.
good to hear.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. That's what makes life fun is people having different opinions. Honestly, how boring would it be if we were all like, yeah, this is about. And I'm with you though. If I turned on YouTube and people were talking about Essex County and they were like, I'm throwing this in the trash, like I hated this garbage book, I'd be like, okay, I'm not gonna downvote you. I'd be like, I question maybe your garbage, throwing.
Right.
But whatever. And I have a tattoo. Come on now. Like, what are we doing?
But to me, isn't that the fun part about reading? I've said this many times before, but like we all can read the same book and walk away with different opinions, get different, points of views out of it. I think that's the great part about it.
Truly. And I love knowing why people don't like a book.
Yeah.
Love it. It's my favorite content is to know why you don't like a book.
Because it gives insight into that person's tastes. We all know if we're not in a certain mood and you pick up a specific book, it might not go well. Or you might pick up a book and it just hits you the right way because you're reading it at the right time and it's like what you need.
Yeah. Especially for mood readers like us, right?
Exactly.
I feel like totally.
Exactly. Uh-oh, it's dinner time.
He's giving me a glare. I got a few minutes. 3? Well, why didn't you let me know? I'm not looking at my text messages. Now you're making it weird. Yes, I'm still on the air.
Everyone say hi to Reed. Hi, Reed. Hi, Reed.
Hi, Mary.
Hey, Reed.
Everyone say hi.
Do you have something to say?
Dinner's ready.
Okay, I'm getting off. James says hi.
Hey, James. You were like, I got 3 minutes left.
You said 8:15. Did I not type that to you?
No, you texted me that you'll be done definitely at 8.
We'll be out by 8:15, definitely.
And then right after that, she says, planning to end at 8.
Yes, we plan at 8 because we know we won't get off at 8.
Because dinner's ready.
I didn't see this.
Oh.
Everyone needs to get a Reed. Bar said everyone needs a Kim. Everyone needs a Reed as well.
Yeah.
All right, Reed.
Did Reed listen to Pave?
Oh.
No.
You should do it, apparently.
Were you supposed to tell me to listen to Pave?
I probably. Sorry, Lethal Lucha.
She probably didn't tell me.
Yeah, my bad, Danny.
Lethal Lucha is actually Danny. We found out his real name tonight.
Yeah, Lethal's Danny. He can't hear you, so.
Yeah, I have no idea what Mary's saying.
Okay, so I have to go eat, and that's okay because I only had 2 more books that I'm not going to read. It's Spider-Man by Todd McFarlane. Look at this omnibus, okay, and then also Tukey, which I actually really should read. So we're going to read that probably.
Nice.
It's going to be great. And Reed and I are apparently reading this together. We'll see.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you get that as part of the red tag sale on Instax Trades?
Yeah, it's just been sitting on my shelf. It's part of the sitting on my shelf sale.
Got it.
Haven't opened it. Yeah.
That's the best kind
I'm coming, Reed.
Mary, I know, Mary, this isn't your fault.
It's
I don't
not.
blame you, Mary.
Thank you.
It's my fault.
Kristen has all these books that she says she's going to read.
It's true. Look, technically, I told Mary, I said, we're going to aim to be off at 8 and 9 because we'll probably be off at 8:15.
And he's, the more he talks to you.
All I want to say is that when she sits down to eat dinner, the first thing she says is, "Oh, it's not very hot."
Kristen, you can't do that.
I'm not going to say that, but I also didn't know it was done. You should have come in here.
I was slaving.
I love you and thank you. I'm going to go. Okay. See you.
Okay. See you. Bye.
My dad's telling you to read some stuff that I can't. I don't have time to bring up. Sorry, everybody. Hayden says you're so pretty. Let Kristen stay.
Aww.
She can stay. She's just not going to eat warm food.
Hayden said you were pretty.
Aw, Hayden.
Okay, well, I mismanaged my time, and it's now 8:15. So, what are we eating for dinner? He made pasta. It smells really good.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
thank you all for being here. It's actually it's Central Time here, so
Yeah,
it's still late for dinner, but whatever.
Yeah, Kristen was doing the time change for my sake.
That's right. Well, apparently half the people watching are ever in Eastern too.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
okay. Well, thank you all for joining us.
Thanks, everyone. That was fun.
Yeah, let us know later what you're reading, please. And we will definitely, be back next time.
Right. Looking forward to next Thursday, same time. Hopefully more books read by then, though.
Yeah, we're gonna do better. I feel it.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.